Hello ladies and gentlemen, SirSKillz from Verge Gaming here to talk about creating a modded Minecraft server. This is part one of a two-part series, and in this part we are going to make the mod pack. So the first important part of creating a modded server is of course having the mods that you want to put on the server. So for here this is our official mod pack, which you can check out on the Technic pack if you're interested. And basically, I've ripped a few of these mods from here that I know are compatible for this example. So the first order of business is go to all of these mods. I just have all of them at curse and download the correct version. So this is going to be for 1.7.10. And after you have them all downloaded, I've just shoved them in a little folder here. We can go on with the next part. So you can see here that we have Ars Magica 2, its dependency, other standards, NEI, Code Chicken Core, and Flans mod just for fun. Anyway, the next thing that we need to do to set up this mod pack is get a few things ready. So technically we already have a mods folder, I just happen to have named that correctly, but in order to correctly create the mod pack you will need 3 different folders. So you're going to need the config folder, and then you will need the bin folder. Now the next thing we need to put something inside the bin folder, and for that you're going to need to go to Minecraft Forge. I'll have all the links in the description so you can get to them conveniently. So as we're making a 1.7.10 Minecraft server, we're going to have to go down here to the 1.7.10, and for the mod pack itself, you're going to want the universal. So I'm going to download the latest universal. Wait for this to happen and we can keep going from there. So we have our universal, we're just going to drop that in to our bin folder and save right there. So now that this is inside of our bin folder, you'll notice that it is 1.7.10. We are going to rename this to just modpack. So modpack.jar, and that will allow Technic to handle these properly. Going forward, we can leave the config empty, and the mods will of course contain all the mods that you have. You can do core mods if you would like, but honestly I just throw them in here because I'm lazy. Alright, so the next order of business is you need to zip all of these into a folder. So we're going to go here, and we're going to add to tutorial zip. Now it is imperative that it is a zip. So for me with 7-zip, I have the option to do 7z or anything else. Any other option will not work. It will give you an error. You'll be really confused. It will suck. And the other thing is that all of these need to be in their separate folders. So when you open this, it has to have all 3 of those. It cannot be another folder that's tutorial server and then all of them. It must be directly inside the zip. So after we get there, pick whatever your favorite hosting group is, but it must have a direct download. If it doesn't have a direct download, you will not be able to host the server, or the mod pack rather. So I'm going to go here and let's upload our server. So we're just going to drag here and wait for it to be uploaded. Alright, so now that we have the server uploaded, or the mod pack uploaded rather, we can then head over to the Technic platform. So first you're going to want to log in and then go to create a mod pack. You can name it whatever you want, so let's go Verge Test. Minecraft version is important. Yes, you can change it whenever you want, but it'll change what bin is actually installed, so make sure you get that right. So 1.7.10. I'm just going to hide this so it doesn't cause problems for other people. It's just going to go Verge Test Pack. Sure. So naming here, I mean, these things pretty much make sense. Read the rules, agree to the rules, and create a mod pack. Now, it's not shown because all this stuff, it's going to give you that error, that's fine. Go to edit Modpack. So mod location is the direct URL, so you must be able to directly download from this link. So one thing that you actually can't do in Dropbox is directly link things, but there is a way to get around that, which is very nice. So if you get this share link, so you want to share, create a link, and then copy link. So now you're going to go over here. If you paste this link, it's going to bring you to a thing where you can choose to download it, which is not what we want. So what you can do, change the www to DL and get rid of the DL equals 0 at the end. Now when we hit it, it's going to automatically start downloading, which is just what we want. So let's change that. DL, remove that, copy the link, and here is our Modpack location. I know I went through that a little bit quickly. Just go through it. If you need to watch it a few times, fine, but that's 100% imperative. If you don't do that, it's not going to work, it's going to break, and you're going to be really sad. And that would make me sad. Dedicated website if you feel like doing that. For us, because this is designed to be run with a server, you can do a server pack, which means you can set up a server download and people can download that and run their own servers, which is nice. And then you would do basically the same thing with this link for this with the server package. Discord server idea, we don't need any of that. So, boom, this is all good. Pages, you can add overview, help, permissions and licensing, which you should always do. Resources for your icon, logo, background. Versions for when you're updating. This is important if you make an update and you don't update the version. Anybody who's using it, other than like people who know you've updated it, will not know to update it. So do that. It'll push out a new download to anybody who's publicly using it. Contributors, if you have a buddy who's also helping you with it, you can enter their platform username here and then they'll be able to edit it here. Solder integration and then just back to Modpack. And I don't think I saved that. God. All right. Boom. I have the link already. We can do that nice and fast. Server pack, update Modpack. And with that, it's all good to go. So we can go to overview. Modpack is hidden and will not show up in the Modpack index, which sucks, but technically now we have a working Modpack. So if we wanted to run this, go install Modpack because it's hidden, so we need this link. Head over to Technic, and then hit enter here and install. Alright guys, I figured out what was wrong. It was just actually something that I should really share with you. So the Technic servers take their sweet time when they're updating things. So if you're either updating it to a different version because there was some kind of bug fix, or you're adding or removing things, just doing any work generally on the Modpack, unless it's like at some strange hour of the night that nobody's on, it generally takes a very long time to actually have update. So you'll see now when when I install it, it installs just fine. So the issue was that Technic hadn't yet created the zip that's required that they put out, so they don't actually use your zip that you put out on, say, Dropbox in my case. They will take their own that they make and then use that instead. So that takes time, especially when you're starting out. So the issue was that they hadn't created the zip yet, so they were trying to find it and it didn't exist. So you'll see a few things have changed. I actually ended up deleting it and redoing it to make sure that there was nothing wrong. I did set it as a server pack, so there's a little icon that you'll see for that. But now, for the most part, it is completely done. So what we can do now is hit play there, and it'll set everything up. So if you haven't done anything incorrectly, which almost never happens the first time, so if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to help you out. But yeah, so you'll see that we loaded perfectly fine. I knew that all of these mods were compatible, so there shouldn't have been any issues with that. So we can look over here, see that we have everything, look at mods, boom, boom, boom. Everything is good to go. Do a single player, make sure it actually loads. That's one thing, yeah, do actually check that it loads. Um, Sometimes it will manage to compile, but then there's some crazy problem that destroys everything. So you generally don't want that. But yeah, you can see that looking around, everything is first of all lagging its balls off, and second of all, looks just fine. So let's make sure that our mods are installed. You can see that we have Ars Magica 2, and other than that, we are good to go. Flans mod, all the Flans mod stuff is in. All right. So with that, we know that everything is working, and we can keep going from there. So I'm actually going to call it on this first section. We have the mod pack that is fully operational. That's good. If you join me in the second section, we're going to take this mod pack and turn it into a server that you can host and then play with your friends. Thank you so much. This was SirSKillz from Verge Gaming. I'll see you guys either in the comments or anywhere else. Enjoy your day.